Good morning, everyone. In this first unit, the lecture we are going to discuss in VLSI technology. What is the scope of the subject? Let us start the discussion with that VLSI. This is an acronym, very large scale integration or very large scale integrated circuit. Let us start with what is an integrated circuit. What is a circuit? So what is comes into in your mind? What is a circuit? Obviously, you can recollect that printed circuit board. What it consisting of? Even in our lab, we have seen our breadboard connectivity. So we used to have lot of capacitor, resistors, connecting wires. So these are all discrete components here. So it may occupied with any kind of active or passive components. Is it not? In contrast, in an integrated circuit said to be the entire circuitry, so the active and passive elements. So active means we used to have our diode, BJT, FET, all these kind of components. Passive components or passive elements means capacitor, resistors, and the connecting wires. Okay, no? So these are all combined, put together, and in-housed in a wafer is known as our integrated circuit. So good example for this integrated circuit is you may have some RAM chip, random access memory chip. So the capacity is 4 megabit RAM chip. We may account for that. What is mean of this 4 megabit RAM chip? It means there are 4 million number of transistors in-housed within a small bit. Is it not? So 4 megabit RAM chip occupied by 4 million number of transistors in-housed in a small bit. So this is a good example of our integrated circuit chip. We will move to the next slide. That is what is mean by integrated circuit. Like so, this diagram shows you the history of IC VLSI, that is integrated circuit history evaluation. So what it consisting of? That is vacuum tube, single transistor, IC, that is integrated circuit. Some example. So you may hear or see seen all this. What to say, that IC are available from our any kind of circuit boards. Okay. So let me go to this scenario, like about the history of VLSI when it has been started. So in 1926. It has been proposed with the FPT, FET, field effect transistor. And Bell Lab also introduced BJT in the year of 1947. Then first IC has been launched in the year of 1957. And so on. The growth is, going to be increased based on the Moore's law. So every 18 months, we are increasing the capacity of the integrated circuit. What does mean? We are increasing the number of elements or the transistors used in the chip or the wafer is going to be increased or double the time of the availability of the elements. So every 18 months, the capacity of the availability of the transistors level is going to be increased from the single wafer. So this is the history of VLSI. Okay. So depending on the complexity of the IC, small scale integration has been started. So this is the basic integrated circuit we formed in the year of 1961. Small scale integration, SSI, means what? We can able to accommodate only 10 number of transistors within a chip, within a single chip. Okay. Good example for this kind of chips are 7400, 7402 for launching our logic gates, right? So only 4 number of logic gates can be available from the era of SSI period, so that within the small scale integration, we can accommodate only 10 number of transistors or the logic gates. So that is a good example. The 74 series of logic chips. Okay. Then next we'll move into this MSI. MSI means medium scale integration. Okay. So this has been introduced in the year of 1966. So what it contains, the normal medium scale integrations talks about nearly 100 number of logic gates or the transistors to 1000 number of logic gate or the transistors. Okay. So a single wafer can able to accommodate only the number of transistors is 100 to 1000. Okay. So it is in this case, in this MSI logic circuit or the IC, we can show some examples for this as an encoder, decoder, multiplexer, all the kinds of some combinational circuits we can say as an example, or latches also we can improve. So next we'll move into this LSI, large scale integration. It has been launched in the year of 1971. Whereas in this case for this LSI, we can able to accommodate 1000 number of transistors into approximately 20,000 number of transistors or the logic gates. So here you can say, so the IC is only meant for some application point of view, like analog to digital converter IC, right? Or digital to analog converter IC, DAC kind of IC. So these are all an example for examples under this large scale integration. Now we are being in very large scale integration. So as I said you, this RAM chip, 4 megabit RAM chip is a good example for this very large scale integration. Here we can accommodate 20,000 number of transistors to million or billion number of transistors here. Okay. So this is the evaluation of IC techniques, integrated circuit techniques. These are all depending on the complexity, how much complexity or how much, that is, if you are increasing the number of logic gates, the complexity is more. So based on that complexity, we are classifying this IC technology into these 4 categories, right? SSI, MSI, LSI and VLSI. So here VLSI technology means we are going to discuss very large scale, very complex IC is made. So what other process is that going to this VLSI we need to discuss. First of all, I can tell you that more 95% of today's VLSI chips are made out of silicon. Silicon is a group 4 element semiconductor. It has number of very desirable properties. Why it is so chosen here, a single crystal silicon. The most important element in an integrated circuit is an active element. Active element can be either a bipolar junction transistor or MOSFET. MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. When we are talking about very high speed circuits, we usually have them in BJT, bipolar junction transistor. We are taking the above very high packing density. We will talk about MOSFET. So where that IC, when we are talking about that very high speed circuits, we usually have them in BJT. When we talk about that high packaging density, we'll talk about that MOSFET. So based on this, that essential thing has been classified into two branches as MOSFET and BJT. So this VLSI is going to support when we are using that BJT, will offer that high speed. When we are talking about that MOSFET, it's meant for this high density. Okay. So as the circuit complexity is increased, as our requirements are becoming more and more stringent, so we are also moving to mixing these two technologies, which is being in the new horizon, the BiCMOS technology. BiCMOS technology. What is BiCMOS technology here? In which the same circuit may have the same active element as bipolar junction transistor and some active elements as FET, where all I need high speed in those bottleneck points. I put BJT, where all I need high density, we can put MOSFET. Okay. So this VLSI, the group of this VLSI based on that high speed level and high density level is going to be matched, and then we can able to form a new technology is known as BiCMOS technology. Thank you.